For wagon enthusiasts in America, waiting on the Volvo V60 was a little like a kid waiting for Christmas in February or March. Volvo introduced the car all the way back in mid-2010, but said it wasn't coming to the United States. A few years later, the automaker relented, and here we finally have it, the 2015 Volvo V60. Was it worth the wait? Let's find out. Now, Volvo already has another wagon in the United States. It's the XC70, but it's been around for a while. The V60 here, based on the S60 sedan, which was redesigned more recently, it's a smaller car than the XC70, about 8 inches shorter bumper to bumper, an inch and a half shorter wheelbase. That creates kind of a wheels at the corner stance versus the XC70. It's a much sportier, kind of lower profile appearance here. The rear taillights, they wrap around the D-pillars, very traditional for Volvo, but they really wrap kind of closer to the rear window. They're not as boxy here as they are on the XC70. This actually looks a lot more like the XC60 Volvo's SUV. You do pay for it a little bit in terms of utility though, because the whole package only has about 5.5 inches of ground clearance versus a little over 8 inches of ground clearance in the XC70. Cargo room also takes a little bit of a hit. Check this out here, about 28 cubic feet of room behind the rear seats. You fold those seats down, there's about 44 cubic feet of maximum cargo room there. The XC70 is about 5 inches taller, and so maximum cargo room in that wagon is nearly 30 cubic feet better. Even other wagons like the BMW 3 Series wagon, the Audi Allroad, those have maximum cargo room in the 50s, so not quite as good of a situation here in the V60. Let's check out the front of the cabin. A couple of conveniences. The simulated gauges here have an indicator that shows you who's got their seatbelts on, even in the back seat. Then there's another button here that lowers the head restraints in back to clear out the view out the rear. It also does that even if there's people back there, which means you can thunk them on the head if they don't put their seatbelts on. And then you can do it anyway just because it's fun. Now the V60 comes with 3 available engines. You can get turbocharged 5 and 6-cylinder engines and all-wheel drive, or you can get what our front drive test car has, a turbo 2-liter 4-cylinder, good for 240 horsepower, 258 pounds-feet of torque. It teams with an 8-speed automatic transmission for impressive gas mileage, an EPA 25 miles per gallon city, 37 miles per gallon highway. Now all of that comes with pretty decent power. Editors agreed the turbo 4-cylinder makes for good takeoffs, good passing power on the highway. Some did say that it does have a little bit of turbo lag at first though, so see what you think. Now editors were pretty split over ride quality. Our test car has the sport package. That means there's a sport suspension. There's also giant 19-inch wheels on this car. Some editors found the combination still made for decent ride quality. Others said it was on the firm side. You can kind of feel everything underneath you as road imperfections come along the way. Now bear in mind, there is a base suspension here with smaller wheels available. That's sure to change those things, so check them out, see what you think. Still, the consensus for the V60 was that there is a lot to like. It's stylish on the outside, simple on the inside, and with the 4-cylinder, it gets pretty darn good gas mileage. Now with the destination pricing starts around $36,000, tops out in the low 50s. That's right in line with the XC70, and it's a pretty good bargain compared to the BMW and Audi wagons. If you're shopping either one, the V60 does trade some utility, but there's a lot of other draws. We think it's worth a test drive as well.